In the quaint town of Willow Creek, nestled among rolling hills and lush forests, the sprawling estate of the Mitchell family stood as a testament to their wealth and prestige. The grand Victorian mansion was surrounded by meticulously maintained gardens and towering trees, providing a serene backdrop to the drama that unfolded within its walls. Emily Mitchell, a woman in her late 30s, stood before her ornate mirror, adjusting her blouse. The house was silent, save for the distant ticking of a grandfather clock. The camera pans to show her reflection, lost in thought. Emily's voiceover begins, "The day I saw my stepbrother with his instrument was one of the most unexpected moments of my life. It all started like any other day, quiet, solitary. My husband, Daniel, was away on yet another business trip, leaving me to fill the void." The camera shifts to show Lucas, Emily's 22-year-old stepbrother, entering the house. Lucas is confident, well-educated, and has recently moved back home after graduating from university. Emily watches him from a distance, a slight smile playing on her lips. Her voiceover continues. Lucas had moved back after college. He was kind, helpful, and his presence was a welcome change. But over time, I began to notice things, fleeting glances, lingering smiles. I told myself it was nothing, just my imagination. Emily is in her bedroom, changing into a silk robe. The sunlight filters through the blinds, casting golden rays across the room. She unhooks her bra, holding the robe against her chest, when the door creaks open. Lucas stands in the doorway, his eyes wide with surprise. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," he stammers. "I didn't know you were in here. I thought you were downstairs." Emily quickly adjusts her robe, her cheeks flushing with embarrassment. "It's okay," she says, her voice barely above a whisper. "I didn't hear you come in." Lucas hesitates, his gaze flickering between her face and the robe. "I didn't mean to intrude," he says, turning to leave. "I'll go." As he turns to leave, Emily calls out, "Lucas, wait." The word hangs in the air, charged with tension. Lucas stops, turning back to face her. The camera focuses on their faces, the silence between them heavy with unspoken emotions. "You don't have to go," Emily says softly. "You just caught me by surprise." Lucas takes a tentative step into the room, his expression softening. "Are you sure you're okay?" he asks, his voice gentle. Emily hesitates, her defenses beginning to crumble. "I'm fine," she says, her voice wavering. I guess I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed lately." Lucas takes another step closer, his voice firm yet kind. "You don't have to go through this alone. I'm here for you." Emily looks at him, her eyes searching his. The vulnerability in his words takes her breath away. "Thank you," she whispers. "You have no idea how much that means to me." Lucas reaches out, lightly brushing her hand with his. The contact sends a jolt through her, and she feels her defenses crumbling further. "Emily, I care about you," he says, his voice barely above a whisper. The room seems to shrink around them, the air thick with unspoken emotions. Emily looks at him, her heart pounding in her chest. "Lucas, this is complicated," she says, her voice barely audible. Lucas nods, his hand resting gently on her shoulder. "I know," he says, "but that doesn't make it any less real." He takes another step closer, his hand cupping her cheek. The warmth of his touch sends a shiver down her spine. "Emily, you don't have to say anything," he murmurs. "Just let me be here for you." Slowly, he leans in, his lips brushing against hers in a tentative kiss. Emily hesitates for a moment before responding, the kiss deepening as the tension between them finally breaks. The camera pulls back, showing the two lost in the moment, the outside world fading away. Emily's voiceover continues. "In that moment, I stopped worrying about what was right or wrong. All that mattered was how he made me feel, alive, desired." The scene fades to black as the kiss lingers, leaving the future uncertain but the connection undeniable. As the night wears on, Emily and Lucas find themselves drawn to each other, their bond deepening with each passing moment. They share stories, laughter, and a sense of belonging that neither has felt before. The house, once silent and empty, is now filled with a warmth that radiates from their shared presence. Emily's voiceover resumes. "As the night wore on, I realized there was no going back. This was just the beginning." The screen fades to black, leaving the audience with a sense of anticipation and emotional weight. The next morning, the sun rises over Willow Creek, casting a golden glow over the Mitchell estate. Emily wakes up to find Lucas already in the kitchen, preparing breakfast. The aroma of fresh coffee and pancakes fills the air, creating a sense of domestic bliss that feels both familiar and new. Emily watches him from the doorway, a soft smile on her lips. "Good morning," she says, her voice warm. Lucas turns to face her, a grin spreading across his face. "Morning," he replies. "I hope you're hungry. I made your favorite." They sit down to eat, the conversation flowing easily between them. They talk about their dreams, their fears, and their hopes for the future. The connection between them is palpable, a tangible thread that binds them together. As the days turn into weeks, Emily and Lucas find themselves falling deeper into their forbidden love. They steal moments together, their bond growing stronger with each shared glance and whispered word. The house, once a symbol of loneliness and isolation, is now a sanctuary where they can be themselves, free from the judgment of the outside world. One evening, as they sit in the garden, watching the sunset paint the sky with hues of orange and pink, Emily turns to Lucas, her eyes filled with uncertainty. "What are we doing, Lucas?" she asks, her voice barely above a whisper. "This is wrong, isn't it?" Lucas takes her hand, his grip firm and reassuring. "It might be wrong in the eyes of the world," he says, "but it feels right to me. And that's all that matters." He leans in, pressing a soft kiss to her lips, sealing his words with a promise of forever. Emily's voiceover continues. "In that moment, I knew. I knew that I was willing to risk everything for this love, for this man. Because he made me feel alive in a way that no one else ever had." As the days turn into months, Emily and Lucas's love story unfolds against the backdrop of Willow Creek's changing seasons. They face challenges, both internal and external, but their bond remains unbroken. They learn to navigate the complexities of their relationship, finding strength in each other and in the love that binds them together. One day, as they walk hand in hand through the garden, the leaves crunching under their feet, Emily turns to Lucas, a soft smile on her lips. "You know," she says, "I never thought I'd find love like this. But here we are, against all odds." Lucas squeezes her hand, his eyes filled with love. "Here we are," he agrees. "And I wouldn't have it any other way." The camera pans out, showing the Mitchell estate in all its glory, a symbol of their love and the journey they have undertaken together. Emily's voiceover concludes, "And so, our story continues, a tale of forbidden love that defies convention and embraces the unexpected. Because sometimes, the most beautiful things in life are the ones we never saw coming." The screen fades to black, leaving the audience with a sense of completion and a heart full of emotion. The story of Emily and Lucas serves as a reminder that love, in all its forms, is a powerful force that can overcome even the most daunting of obstacles. And as the credits roll, the audience is left with a lingering sense of hope and a belief in the power of love to conquer all. A few months later, the Mitchell estate is bustling with activity as Emily and Lucas prepare for family gathering. The gardens are adorned with twinkling fairy lights, and the aroma of freshly baked pastries fills the air. Emily is in the kitchen, meticulously arranging a platter of hors d'oeuvres, while Lucas is outside, setting up the outdoor seating area. Emily's voiceover resumes, "As the seasons changed, so did our relationship. We found ourselves growing closer, our bond deepening with each passing day. But with that closeness came a new set of challenges. We had to navigate the complexities of our forbidden love, all while maintaining the facade of a normal family in front of our loved ones." The doorbell rings, and Emily hurriedly wipes her hands on her apron before rushing to answer it. Standing at the door are her parents, Margaret and Henry, along with Lucas's younger sister, Lily. Emily greets them warmly, ushering them inside. "Emily, dear, the house looks wonderful," Margaret exclaims, admiring the decorations. "You've really outdone yourself this time." Emily smiles, grateful for the compliment. "Thank you, Mom. I wanted everything to be perfect for today." Lucas enters the room, greeting his grandparents and sister with hugs. "Glad you could make it," he says, his voice filled with genuine warmth. As the family settles into the living room, the conversation flows easily. They catch up on each other's lives, sharing stories and laughter. Emily and Lucas exchange subtle glances, their secret love hidden beneath the surface of their interactions. Emily's voiceover continues, "It was moments like these that made me realize just how much I had to lose. The thought of our secret being discovered filled me with dread, but at the same time, I couldn't imagine my life without Lucas. He had become my rock, my confidant, my everything." As the evening wears on, the family moves outside to enjoy the cool night air. The garden is illuminated by the soft glow of the fairy lights, creating a magical atmosphere. Emily and Lucas steal a moment alone, standing by the fountain, their fingers entwined. "Emily," Lucas says softly, his eyes reflecting the dancing lights. "I know this is complicated, but I want you to know that I'm in this for the long haul. I can't imagine my life without you." Emily's heart swells with emotion. "Lucas, I feel the same way. No matter what happens, I want to be with you. We'll find a way to make this work." They share a tender kiss, their love for each other palpable in the air around them. As they pull away, they hear the sound of footsteps approaching. They quickly compose themselves, turning to see Lily walking towards them. "There you are," Lily says, a playful smile on her lips. "I was wondering where you two had disappeared to." Emily and Lucas exchange a knowing glance, their secret safe for now. "We were just admiring the garden," Emily says, her voice steady. "It's so beautiful out here." Lily nods in agreement. "It really is. You've done an amazing job, Emily. Everything looks perfect." As the night comes to a close, the family says their goodbyes, promising to get together again soon. Emily and Lucas stand at the door, waving as their loved ones drive away. Once the last car disappears down the driveway, they turn to each other, a sense of relief washing over them. Emily's voiceover concludes, "As we stood there, watching our family leave, I knew that our journey was far from over. There would be challenges ahead, but as long as we had each other, we could face anything. Our love story was just beginning, and I couldn't wait to see where it would take us." The screen fades to black, leaving the audience with a sense of hope and anticipation for the future of Emily and Lucas's forbidden love. Their story serves as a testament to the power of love and the lengths people will go to protect it, no matter the obstacles that stand in their way. A year later, the Mitchell estate is abuzz with excitement as Emily and Lucas prepare for a special announcement. The gardens are adorned with colorful lanterns, and the air is filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Emily is in the kitchen, putting the final touches on a beautifully decorated cake, while Lucas is outside, setting up a projector and screen. Emily's voiceover begins. "A year had passed since that fateful day when our love story began. In that time, we had faced countless challenges and overcome numerous obstacles. But through it all, our love for each other had only grown stronger. And now, we were ready to share our secret with the world." The doorbell rings, and Emily hurriedly wipes her hands on her apron before rushing to answer it. Standing at the door are their closest friends and family, all eager to hear the big news. Emily greets them warmly, ushering them inside. "Emily, the house looks amazing," her best friend, Sarah, exclaims, admiring the decorations. "What's the special occasion?" Emily smiles, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "You'll have to wait and see," she says, her voice filled with mystery. As the guests settle into the living room, the conversation flows easily. They catch up on each other's lives, sharing stories and laughter. Emily and Lucas exchange subtle glances, their anticipation building with each passing moment. Finally, the time comes for the big announcement. Emily and Lucas stand before their loved ones, their hands entwined. Emily takes a deep breath, her heart pounding in her chest. "Thank you all for being here today," she begins, her voice steady. "We have something very special to share with you. Over the past year, Lucas and I have been on an incredible journey together. We've faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and grown stronger as a couple. And now, we're ready to take the next step in our relationship." She pauses, looking into Lucas's eyes. "Lucas, you have been my rock, my confidant, my everything. I can't imagine my life without you. And so, in front of our closest friends and family, I want to ask you something." Emily takes a small velvet box from her pocket and opens it, revealing a beautiful engagement ring. "Lucas, will you marry me?" The room falls silent as everyone holds their breath, waiting for Lucas's response. He looks at Emily, his eyes filled with love and devotion. "Emily," he says, his voice filled with emotion, "I have loved you from the moment I first saw you. You have been my partner, my best friend, my everything. And I would be honored to spend the rest of my life with you. Yes, I will marry you." The room erupts in cheers and applause as Emily and Lucas share a tender kiss, sealing their promise to each other. Their loved ones rush forward to congratulate them, offering hugs and well wishes. Emily's voiceover concludes, "As we stood there, surrounded by our closest friends and family, I knew that our love story was far from over. There would be challenges ahead, but as long as we had each other, we could face anything. Our journey was just beginning, and I couldn't wait to see where it would take us." The screen fades to black, leaving the audience with a sense of hope and excitement for the future of Emily and Lucas's love story. Their announcement serves as a testament to the power of love and the lengths people will go to protect it, no matter the obstacles that stand in their way. As the credits roll, the audience is left with a lingering sense of joy and a belief in the power of love to conquer all. Emily and Lucas's story serves as a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful things in life are the ones we never saw coming.